Hey guys, Jurassic Man here, and today I'm going to do a very special review of the recently acquired Mattel's Jurassic World Thrash and Throw Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yes, thanks to a Walmart's throwback sale, I managed to get this $10 off, which taxes and of course the original pricing would probably be making it almost I don't know, $34. I don't have the receipt. My dad basically paid for most of it. But yeah, I finally got the Thrash and Throw T-Rex, and for my special 2,000 subscribers. Yep, I finally reached the not even close halfway point of reaching 10,000 subscribers, but closer to 5,000 subscribers. So yeah, YouTube still hasn't acquired my monetization, so I'm still not getting paid. Anyone still doing the Patreon thing. But anyways, let's not focus on that, but focus on this gal. Finally, I got the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Thrash and Throw version. I have the Chomping T-Rex version right here, and I'll be doing more comparison on this guy later once I do comparisons. But for now, we're gonna focus on the Thrash and Throw T-Rex mechanism and articulation, sculpt, and paint. So let's get right to it. So the Thrash and Throw T-Rex does not have a lot of articulations other than this mechanism. For starters, it does not have any leg articulation. They can move slightly, but not too much. The feet, on the other hand, they can swivel all the way around. You can swivel them to help balance the dinosaur in a different directions. Like say if you want to make it face one way, say like this. This prevents the T-Rex from falling forward, as one side is more heavier than the other side, so it would make the T-Rex fall forward. But thanks to these foot motions, you can have the T-Rex face one way and another. Now, when it comes to balancing or keeping the dinosaur stance, you must keep it in a certain way. I've seen people having a hard time balancing this T-Rex, and I do have somewhat difficulty, but not a lot. I think because mine is a new iteration, it has more stability and more features towards it to make it not too heavy as it was from the earlier releases. But yeah, overall the articulation on the leg is pretty fine. Arm articulation, they're just as fine. They could go all the way around, however you don't want to do that, otherwise you'll loosen the joints. They could go this far back and this far back. Remember, don't loosen the joints, else it might pop out, and we don't want that to happen again. Thank goodness this isn't Hasbro. But yeah, most of the articulation comes from the play feature, and I'll show that in a minute. But overall, the articulations are not really necessary unless you want to pose this guy or gal in a way so it doesn't fall over. But then again, this is Tyrannosaurus Rex and their heads are very front heavy. But then again, their tails are very big and meaty. But yeah, now let's get to details. The details on the Rex are spot on. They're very more pronounced than that of the Chomping one. You see, this one has scars, unlike the Chomping T-Rex, which is possibly supposed to be that from the first movie, while this one is supposed to be after Jurassic World, after the fight of the raptors, and of course, the Indominus Rex. On one side, it has more scars than the other side, mainly because the Indominus Rex was mostly right-handed and starts scratching all the way around her body. From the side of her bodies, to her legs, to her tails, and even underneath in the jaw. But yeah, the folds and wrinkles are very nice, and the details on the face is extraordinarily delicious. They're so very pronounced and very good. Great job on that, Mattel. Now colors, if I had to say, Mattel's not very good when it comes to colors. It is fine, it's just something not very good. I mean, the Tyrannosaurus Rex from the movie seems to be in the Jurassic World movie seems to be a more dull brown, grayish coloration, with the hint of white showing the scars from the Raptors and Indominus Rex fights. But overall, I feel like this paint job is pretty right. I do have a similar problem with some people, as they say the jaw is too bright from the underside. As you can see, a better definition right there. This is slightly darker, while this is way too bright. But it doesn't bug me. Not too much. Also, if you notice, every time I push it down, it doesn't work. That's because I took off the batteries to do the review better. Again, like the other ones, I put the batteries in to show the action feature. But overall, yeah, details are great, sculpt is great, colorations could do better. I mean, this black part doesn't even go all the way to the tail, neither to the underside. Ugh. But anyways, here's the code if you want it. It doesn't really matter because this is the same code used on the Chomping T-Rex. I would know because I did use that code and it did the exact same T-Rex. Maybe one of the newer ones. I mean, the Colossal doesn't have it. But anyways, let's get right into articulations. Alright, let's get into sounds. Now what you first heard is the button down here. There's a button where the code is. What you do is just push it down and it makes a stomping noise. Makes it noise so you can hear the T-Rex stomp. Now the action feature comes in this tail, and what you do, you can swirl the tail one side to turn its head and turn its other head. Now I gotta mention that button is very sensitive, so let's get right to the action feature, and I got Alan to test it out. Alright, let's see if this works. Now I have very limited space, so I can't really do it in this angle. I have to do it in the other angle. Too easy to turn. Alan, let's get to it. You hold it down and it snaps tight on Alan. And then you can throw him around. And once he's out, you can do a victory roar. Now there are two sounds of the roar. There's that one, which is a slightly longer version. And there's another one, which is slightly shorter. And of course, there's a down option, which is a little hard to do. And personally, I'm not a big fan of sound in my way. Especially with some of this new Mattel ones that are much louder than they're supposed to be. A lot more prominent than the original ones. But then again, those technology has probably withered around over the past 20 years, so. But yeah, that is the sound, that is the action feature. I'm sorry I couldn't do much, but I did the best I can with this limited space I have. So yeah, overall, these sounds are very good and very accurate to that of the T-Rex that you hear in the movie. Much better, and I do say much better than the Stomp and Strike. This Thrash and Throw, it's perfect. Now we got the feature and the dinosaur out of the way, let's get right into comparisons. Our first comparison is obviously going to be the Extreme Chomping T-Rex, which is one I've already acquired since the 1st of April. And as you can see, there is a significant, slightly difference with these two. For starters, the Thrash and Throw is significantly larger. Even in this position, hold on, let's see if I can get it in a better position in post, because how I'm seeing it is much different. Oh, that's the best I could do. Stupid adjustable thing. But yeah, in my position, it looks much bigger in my peripheral vision. There we go, that's the word I'm looking for. And overall, a lot less detailed than that of the Thrash and Throw. As the Thrash and Throw has nice detail, the Chomping T-Rex, you can see the details, they're very nice, but they're not very prominent as the Thrash and Throw. So there is a significant difference. However, one's electronic and one isn't. And personally, I'm not a big fan of electronic toys, so I have to give a pass to the Thrash and Throw. However, the Thrash and Throw does have nice electronics either way. I'm sort of an imbalance between these two. I just really like them. They're pretty good T-Rexes, anyways. Much better, possibly much better than what I'm going to show next. It's going to be controversial. You'll watch. And that controversy goes to the original 25-year-old Red Rex. Now, I did say controversial, and I do mean controversial because this guy literally is probably the best looking T-Rex we have so far. Not only was it one of the first, but it is a recast from Stan Winston's model. It is made of rubber, nice rubber for material. It has nice articulations due to the fact of its rubber, but it has a downgrade because the guy tends to fall back. And don't forget me started with that roar. Even though this guy doesn't roar, well, he does work, but it's stuck forever. It sounds nothing like the T-Rex. I guess they didn't get information of that. Basically, almost all of Kenner toys did not have the classic T-Rex, were unlike this guy or this gal. Sorry if I'm referring to guy. Ooh. Alright, next comparison. This next comparison goes to my new favorite hybrid. Sorry, Indominus Rex, but the Indoraptor. Now, from watching the movie, I can tell you that the Indoraptor is way too big in this toy version. It's relatively smaller, not too small, but it would look at the Baryonyx and the Carnotaurus eye to eye, whichever way. Either be on 4s or on 2s. Either way, it would stare them down. But yeah, the Indoraptor is a nice, cool toy right here, and the Thrash and Throw is very awesome as well. I say these are pretty compatible, and a fight scene with these two would have been awesome in the movie. Whoops. Sorry if you didn't watch it. I'll probably put a spoiler warning in the beginning, just so I don't mention it. But overall, I really do wish the Indoraptor and the T-Rex met in the movie. Ooh, that would have been so cool. But probably a bit too easy too. I wish it could have gone something like her ripping her tongue off. But that wouldn't explain the ending with her yelling at the lion and showing she had her tongue. So, yeah, maybe next time. Who knows? We'll never know. I know they said no new hybrids coming out in the next movie, but they did say real dinosaurs. And when they mean real dinosaurs, they actually mean real dinosaurs. Getting me? No? Okay, next comparison. And this comparison goes forth as from having my second largest toy to my first largest before I get the Colossal. Oh shoot, that ruined it. The Mosasaur. When I mean that ruined it, it's because there's literally a wall right here. Don't believe me? Just watch. But yeah, the Mosasaurus is my number 1 largest toy from this line, and it gradually makes the Stomach Strike look small in comparison. I mean, look at that head compared to these two. The Mosasaur could literally eat Rexy herself. I mean, it probably would, since it took down the Indominus Rex and not ate her for some reason. It looked like it probably ate her tail or something. But yeah, comparing these two, they're both great in my opinion. Waterproof, non-electronic, electronic, mainly detailed, articulated, articulation, awesome toys to have in your collection. Hands down, 2 of my favorite Mattel toys. Well, 3 of my favorite Mattel toys. And these 3 are the best ones you should get in your collection. So after thinking of a while, what score would I give the Thrash and Throw Tyrannosaurus Rex? Well, honestly, the play feature is very fun, the articulations are very limited but also cool, it has very great detail, paints could have been otherwise, but overall this is one great toy to have in your collection, or to have around your toy. Frankly, I feel like maybe the mechanism might break over time, but you know what, I'm pretty sure some people don't even play with some most of the time and just have them standing on the shelf. Kinda like what I do, a bit, so I do play them. So if I had to give a score, this figure is an obvious 5 out of 5. This guy is very cool. She has lots of potential, especially maybe like a new coloration later down the line. The only problem is just the colors. That's basically it. Otherwise than that, this figure is very good to get. The Thrash and Throw Tyrannosaurus Rex retails for $39.99 or $40, but in certain areas, if you can, you might get them even cheaper than that. But overall, if you really like this figure and you just really like T-Rex in general, this is something you should have in your collection. So, I hope you guys like this review. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great Jurassic June. And thank you for 2,000 subscribers.